Well, this is really the last thing for us to do, and that is to put a Carbon Kevlar hybrid weave cloth over the bottom of the boat here. Now, I've done one side of it already, and this has been something that's been kind of driving me a little crazy, because I was wondering if I did it just like I did the carbon fiber and drooped the cloth over the boat and then cut it. You know, I cut the carbon fiber a little tiny bit short, and that worked for me really well in that situation because it didn't even stick out, and that was cool. But the Kevlar, I wanted to come right to the very edge, or very, very close to the edge of the Garboard planking, and I was worried about how I would cut it off afterwards and make it come out neat, because it upsets the weave quite a bit when you cut it. So I thought about it quite a bit, and at the last minute I did have the idea was to start at the very edge with the sewn edge of the cloth and work my way towards the center, and if I had any overlap or anything to putty out or anything, it would be right down the middle where the boat's nice and flat. And you know, I worked on the other side. It worked out fantastic. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to resin out the boat just like we did the other side, soak a little resin into the wood, right, and then lay the cloth on there, get it right near the edge of the tape, and start resining from the bottom and work my way up rather than the other direction. So it's going to be a little bit, it's a little bit more trying. The cloth is a little bit harder to deal with than carbon fiber is. It resins out a little bit more difficult, and it floats. So you don't want to get too much resin underneath it, because what it'll do is it'll float up off the surface. And the other problem you have is keeping it nice and tight over the corners. You've got to tighten it up over those corners as well as you can, but as it's starting to cure, you have to come back later and push it down nice and tight on the top and the sides to get that corner a little bit more crispy. Otherwise it would be like more of a rounded corner, you know, with like a puddle of resin underneath it. So what we're going to do is try our very best. I just wanted to show you very quickly here what I meant by the stitched edge. This edge of the cloth has got some stitching in it right here that stops the weave from coming undone. So I never cut that with scissors or anything. That is the edge of the cloth the way you buy it. That's how I started it right there. Because the cloth is able to squirm around like this a lot. It's very, very simple to use in that respect, because you can get it to do things that you might not be able to do. You couldn't get a piece of paper to follow that corner right there. It would be big giant wrinkles in it everywhere. So what I've got right here is kind of a neat little method, and I can't wait to get started on the other side. I hope I didn't spoil the surprise for you here. Again, we're using TotalBoat 2-to-1 High Performance Epoxy Resin, and this is the stuff right here, because it's nice and thin, and it saturates the wood really good, and it saturates the cloth really well. That's what I really like about it, because it gets into the cloth the way you really want it to. We're going to pour in the hardener first, right up to that first dot that we've got. We've marked the calibrations with a magic marker on the outside of the cup, but you can see the marks from the inside of the cup. So we're viewing it from the inside of the cup and dumping the resin down and making sure we don't get any on the sides of the cup or anything, just so it doesn't mess up our scale here. Very easy to do. So we're going to pour it up to that mark and stop right there. It doesn't have much of a viscous, so you're able to stop on the line and have it be pretty accurate. And there we have it, 2 parts resin and 1 part hardener. Now I'm mixing it up like crazy, just like I always do. I just want to make sure that it's totally mixed all around the sides and there isn't any spots that I've missed. So I go both directions and really get into it here. So it's no big deal to spend a few more minutes mixing to have it come out exactly the way you want it. And we should be all set right there. All right, now what I'm going to do is get a nice coat on the boat first here before I put my cloth down. And like I said, the cloth is going to overlap onto the other cloth, so I'm going to get a nice coat right down the center line. And that looks nice where I planed it out there. Way better than I thought it would. Look at that. Didn't fuzz up or anything. That's pretty good. Now I've got my little taped edge down here, and that tape is up onto the wood by 1/8 of an inch, maybe not even 1/8 of an inch. So when I do lay my cloth down there, I can lay it right along that blue tape. Now when I put that first piece of cloth on there, you know, this stuff, like I say, it puffs up quite a bit and it floats. So the edge of it wasn't really all that uniform right here, and I was really worried about how in the world I was going to taper that out, and I was not in favor of using any sandpaper on it, so I decided I would try to cut it with some kind of plane, and the electric plane, I put new blades in the electric plane, and the electric plane took care of it just fine, so I was pretty happy about that. It tapered it right out over about 2 inches. It's tapered back about 2 inches like that. So the other layer of cloth's going to come right up over it and lay right down nice and flat right over that overlap right there. So I guess I have to be happy about that because it could have come out way, way, way worse than that. I got just about the right amount of glue here. I think I can get to the end here. Then I can roll my cloth out, but I'm going to have to mix some more glue to soak into the top of the cloth afterwards here. I'm up forward here and I'm pushing some resin around with my cut-off chip brush, and this thing works really well kind of on the vertical, better than a trowel for me. So I've done the whole side of the boat with this cut-off chip brush, like I said, and this is the tool right here. One thing people ask me a lot about is how do you know how much glue to mix up? Well, the truth of the matter is I really don't know exactly how much glue to mix up. I mean, I just look at the surface over there and I haven't calculated how many square feet it is or anything like that. But I know it's a little bit too much glue to be mixing with pumps. So I wanted to use a calibrated method on a cup like that. And I've used the smallest of scales on the calibrated cup. And I can always go back to the table and mix again because the table's all set up. You know, it's high-speed mixing over there, really. I'm not using pumps. I can always go back and mix a little bit more and take care of it. Here we are. We're rolling out our 7-ounce Carbon Kevlar hybrid cloth, and we're rolling that very, very sewn edge. That's the edge of the roll right alongside the tape that we've got up onto the garboard plank right there. Now, this was the trick we were talking about because the stuff is so hard to cut that if I were to try to do anything other than this, I just think I would be making a mess. So it's working out really, really well. The cloth squirms around a lot, and you're able to lay the cloth down, even following a curved edge with a flat piece of cloth. That's what we're up to here. We're just evening it up as we go along, rolling it out, being as careful as we can. All right, now I gotta get a trowel. What I'm out to do now is use my spreader to get some of the wrinkles out of the cloth where this one piece of cloth overlaps the center line. It does want to wrinkle up a little bit in the middle there, but you just keep working it down and flatten it down and stretching it out a little bit, and then all of a sudden it kind of cooperates and off you go. All right, I've mixed up one more batch here, and we're going to saturate the cloth from the outside here. You can see that the cloth is actually soaking the resin up from underneath. Now I'm using my chip brush and I'm just going to spread out what's left in my pot because I don't have that much left, and I just want to make sure that I got plenty on the surface, especially up on the bottom up there where I can spread it out. Then I'm going to switch over to a trowel and do some spreading with my trowel. Now I can spread around the bottom, make sure that I've got quite a bit of resin on the bottom because that way it fills up the nap of the cloth a lot more. And I can also work that edge right up near the tape. I want to make sure that I got plenty of resin up there too. I don't want it running, but I don't want it to be starved at all because it's just going to be glued down really nice and tight. I want to smooth it up a little bit after it dries a little tiny bit, and the next plank will go right over the top of it. I can tighten it over the corners of the boat. I can pull it towards the center line. I can do all kinds of different stuff with the trowel that I can't do with the brush. But, you know, it's all worked out really well. I don't have a lot of run or waste. I don't have it running down all over the boat. I've got it taped off really nice. Yeah, now it just sits there. When it starts to tack up, I'll come back and push all these edges down nice and tight and everything, you know. And make sure there's no lumps right here. But I can't keep spreading it back and forth. It doesn't do any good. I think we've proven that you can use this material in different ways than maybe it's been used before. You know, I've actually used that sewn edge to my advantage, and it worked out really nicely for me. I think that what you have to do is think, make sure that you learn what you can about it, but I wouldn't be afraid to step into using this material in all kinds of different situations if I was the general public. Well, here we are the next day, and everything we've done is dry and ready to go. I've done a little bit of work on the center line here with a chisel, actually knocking some of the taper into that cloth and a plane, and I'm going to let it dry a little bit more because the resin is still not as hard as it actually gets. So I'll be able to plane it and work on that seam a little bit more later. I am planning on actually putting a piece of tape down the middle. It'll be a carbon fiber Kevlar tape just like this that's sewn on both edges just like this was, and that's really going to neaten the center line right up. So that's to come yet. But I wanted to show you how neat this came out. The edge of the cloth came out really nice on the edge. I was a little paranoid about how this would work if I had to cut it, but this worked out really, really good. Now, the next plank is actually going to cover that right up like that and come right up to there. It's going to be hiding right up inside there like that. That sandwiches the whole carbon fiber thing right up into the seam like that. I think it's a great idea, actually. It's a little bit difficult to do, but it works out really nice in the end. So it's going to be something that I'm glad I did in the long run, really. Now, the only other thing I really wanted to say to you, really, before we go, is that meet us at the tent sale, the Jamestown Distributors tent sale, April the 14th in Bristol, Rhode Island, because the boat's going to be there. I'm going to be there, and we'll answer any kind of questions we can, and just meet everybody that loves our page and our subscribers, and it's going to be fun. So let's meet up there.